Okay, so today is back and biceps, back in the gym. Thankfully there's no music playing. If you know by now, not just for YouTube, but I hate music in the gym. If I'm training with someone, I like to talk. Whether it's about training or something else, it's nice to talk. But as I've said before, training for me is a time where, well, it's my time is when it is. So 2 times I get for myself is one's training and one is the morning cardio. Morning cardio is probably the most important time because you're not actually doing anything other than walking, so you don't even have to mindfully think about anything. Whereas when you're training, you still have to be mindful of the sets, the reps and everything like that. Morning walk, that's the time. You gotta be in the zone. So, just a quick injury update. Had another massage on my tricep last night in excruciating pain, but luckily today is back, so my tricep doesn't get hit when doing back, so I don't actually feel it. So I feel today will be a good back workout, and again, it's fasted. No food, empty stomach when I'm always away. I just find the routine works better. It's easier to group the morning cardio and the main session together back to back. That way, if something does come up, as things always do when you're away, especially if you're away with family and you have other commitments, like, you know, often you're away, there's a lot of celebrations, you're partying, you're going out, there's an event on or something's happening. Like today, I've got some signing for some property to do, so I'll be busy and I'll be on their time, if you know what I mean. So it's hard for me to be like, okay, yeah, let's do morning cardio, let's have some breakfast, let's go and do some work, and then all of a sudden, the job, especially in Pakistan, that you thought might take 1 hour, it'll take the best part of your day. So you were probably not going to get done till 7, 8 p.m. And by that time, for me, personally, I mean, I could train in the evening, but I've never been one of those guys who likes to train in the evening. For me, it's all about getting it out the way. So that brings another question as well, people ask. When's the most effective time to train? And the most effective time to train is the same time every single day. That could be the last thing at night if you're one of those guys who works night shifts, or I don't know how most people do normal jobs, the regular 9 to 5s. I'm actually going to do a video about how to get out of the 9 to 5 as well soon. Even though I've never had 9 to 5, but I know a thing or two about it. I'll do a video about that soon. So if you're one of those people that train after a long day at work, that's fine, perfectly fine. I know many guys who had very heavy, taxing manual labor jobs, like welders, carpenters, you know, electricians, maybe not so much, but brickies, plumbers, guys that were really, you know, required some effort in their job. I mean, I remember once we had a delivery for some plasterboards, and it was, I don't know how many plasterboards, but it literally took us the best part of 6 hours for 4 guys just to handball them in. So people that do, and that was me just on one day, you know, for the gym. When we was building one of the gyms, we had to do that. But the other guys who were on site doing the work, the actual work, we was just there as odd bodies helping out. They do that every single day, day in, day out. And then those same guys come to the gym to train in their work clothes. You know, this is back in the days. I'm talking old school style shit, not the new pussified shit. I'm talking old school. And they used to come and they were powerlifters. And they're lifting strong, heavy weights at almost what you would class as the end of their day, because they're up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. They're probably training at 6 p.m. So who am I to say that you're not strong at that time of the day? You're strong at any time of the day that you want to be strong. Just make sure it's consistent. There are some people as well that do the odd, I'll train whenever I can situation. And I mean, I have no issue with it. If that's what you can do and that's when you can get it in, you get it in. I rate those guys, to be fair, because I could never do that. Like train as and whenever, like pick and choose oh yeah, I feel all right today. 6 p.m. I'm gonna go train. Couldn't do it. So you're better than me, bro, if you're doing that shit. I couldn't do it. For me, it has to be set time every single day. And if I miss that time, it really ruins my day. And I have tried to then try and think that, you know what? I've had a long day, I've had a hard day, but let me just still try and get it in. And those sessions for me have never worked out right. They've never worked out. So it's just a personal thing for me, maybe. Okay, so now we've done pretty much the lats there, warmed up everything. Now I'm gonna go over to deadlifts and let's see how we feel at the deadlifts. I forgot to put my other trainers in. I'm gonna have to do socks. And normally, someone else's gym I wouldn't do this, but if you guys don't know, I used to own this place. But, oh look at that, you can still see them now. You can see all the cupping marks now. But, road to recovery. Here we go. So I'm hoping to lift some sort of weight up today because, like I said, I've not lifted heavy for a while. So if I can get something decent up, even if it's for a single, it doesn't have to be a max single, but even if it's a single, it'll just give my nervous system a bit of a shock. Not a shock, but it'll kind of wake it back up. So for me, today is all about just managing some load. So I'll go another speed set on this, and then I will go to my final set and I'll show you then. In fact, you know what? I'll show you the whole warm-up. Why not? Let's do the whole warm-up. I got plenty of shit to say. So we'll go through everything. So now, right now, going through the checklist. Now, if I do this, this is really tight, all this. You can see exactly where he massaged me yesterday. Feels really different. So all this is where the pain is. So for those people out there saying I'm injured, I've got a bit of pain, I've got a bit of this, I've got a bit of that, so have I. But I'm still doing something. I know it's not a lot, but I'm doing something. So I'm probably going to do sets of 3 reps, no more than that. I don't really need to go more reps on this, especially being fasted and slight bit of run down because of this. Oh, another thing I will add. When somebody gives you a massage, like, I mean, obviously I've just had my elbow, my tricep done. So it wasn't as, I mean, it was tough, it was hard, don't get me wrong, but often when you get a massage on your back or your legs, big areas, your chest, and someone gives you a full massage, if it's been a while since you've had one, you'll get a little bit of a flu type symptom. And that's because all that flush and the toxins are getting released and coming to the surface. You need to stay hydrated. You need to drink a lot of water if you go for a massage. Straight after a massage, drink plenty of fluids. Have a nice warm shower or a hot bath, whatever you want to do, relax yourself. Drink plenty of fluids, eat plenty of food. I tried to drink a lot of fluids yesterday, I did my best. Kind of hard, but still, I did it. And then the day after, it takes a bit of time for your body to recover. So think of a massage, and this is for those people who don't have regular massages. Think of a massage as something like a heavy workout. Your body's gone through some trauma, different types of trauma because somebody else is pushing it. So it's not like if we do a bicep curl, our body knows what a bicep curl is. It's a complete different type of trauma. So be very, very mindful of what to do the day after a massage. You know, like today, I'm not gonna go crazy heavy. I know 180 is a nice, comfortable number I can get for 5. If I pull it for single today, I'm happy, it's good. So just be very mindful of what you do the day after a massage. So as you saw there, I tried to go for more speed than anything. So I've just been very methodical with what I was doing. This is not a contract and squeeze. This is a speed exercise. So to show you again, one more rep, sorry. Imagine a 1 rep max, maximum power. Yeah. Full, everything. That's how we do it. Right. Let's move up one more. I don't think there's any chalk in the gym, so I don't think I'll be able to get chalked up or anything like that, but I'll do what we can. Again, just be focusing on speed, nothing else. I'll not be worrying about, technique. Obviously, I'm going to worry about technique. I'm not bothered about contracting anything. It's just moving, getting my nervous system primed. It's been a while since I've done a heavy session of deadlifting, so just let you know that something's coming soon. Or if anything, not that something might be coming soon, but let's not at least fall right the way back to 100 kilo or 60 kilo. Let's at least maintain a decent level of strength moving forward, because at the same time, we don't want to do is start from scratch every single time. So you've got to keep yourself a little bit of a level. And another thing, by keeping heavy now, even though my elbow's injured and my bench has gone to shit, because I'm lifting some sort of heavy weight, my nervous system's primed enough so that once the injury goes, I don't have to start right the way from scratch again on bench press. My body will still be in a point of where, okay, I know it's capable of doing something, so I'll start warming up on the bench. Maybe a couple of sessions and I'll be back to where I left off. That's normally how it works when it comes to injuries. So for those people who think, oh, I'm gonna go right back to the start. No. Once you be in a certain level of strength, it will come back quick. I'm just looking around for some chalk and I can't find any. So we're gonna have to go double over. No hook grip just yet. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, relatively easy. Feels a little bit different because, you know, this platform's really hard. The plates aren't as rubber, or the ones that I have at home. So when you drop the weight, you feel that vibration. A little bit different. You guys will know, if you're like regular deadlifters, you're like good deadlifters, you'll know what I mean. There's something about a platform which, when you know the matting's right on the platform and the rubber's right on the platform, when you go for reps, you find that groove and it feels better. On this one, it's a little bit too tough, too hard for me. So we're gonna go again, I think, just one more plate, which is 180, and I'm gonna go hook because I know I'm gonna double overhand on the next one. So this will be last set. Like I said, I'll be working through it pretty quick. I'm not trying to build muscle right now. So I don't know what that guy was doing. Just walked right over to the cameraman and stood right by him. I thought it was a little bit odd. But it's Pakistan, people like that over here. They're overly friendly. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't mind it. It's all good. And thank you very much for somebody who's just paid for a muscle building program on FadiHussain.com. Thank you very much. And I would read out the name, but I can't right now because it's on my phone. but thank you. And if you want to buy the programs, link is in the description, bro. And this one was a 12-week mass blast. So you want a 12-week muscle building program? It's 12 weeks. It's 20-something videos of me explaining every single thing, what to eat, what to take, how to do it. Week 1, week 12, every single week is mapped out for you. And the goal is at the end of the 12 week, if you were a beginner, to add 10 kgs of muscle. Yes, 10 kilo of muscle. So nice little advert whilst I'm training. Why not? Okay, let's just center this bar and let's treat this like a 1 rep max without a belt. I don't have a belt on. There is the belt here. Let me see if this works. I just saw this one over here. A very old school bodybuilding belt. I used to like these belts. These are actually quite good belts. Let's have a look at this one. This one's left this over here. I don't know whether, like, you know, sometimes the belts from the front that are like I call it like the Ronnie Coleman, the thin from the front and the fatter from the back. I don't mind these belts, so I don't have to hook. Let's see how this feels. Feels a bit weird. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's just use it. It's going to offer some sort of support, I'm sure. I don't think there's any chalk here. Johnny? Koi chalk hai? Chalk nahi hai koi? Lena, please, thank you. We've managed to get some chalk. So, yeah, it's always better with chalk because I don't want the bar to slip. I want everything to feel good. So, my dude over here is going to be, he's going downstairs to get us a little bit of chalk. So, let's just loosen the belt until he comes back. And while he's getting the chalk, what can we talk about? Yeah, let me talk about the chalk. So, the reason why I chalk up, because when you're lifting the deadlift, you don't want to be you don't want to be off. You want to feel at one with the bar. So the bar shouldn't feel like the bar's moving away from you. You want to hold the bar. Once you grip the bar, it's fixed in, it's part of your body. And all you're doing is standing up. That is all you're trying to do. Whereas if you had the bar in your hand, and you might have seen this, where people get the bar and they're doing this and they're dragging the bar up and they're kind of fighting with the bar. You don't want to fight with the bar. You want the bar to be fixed. You want the bar to be a part of you. So once the bar's a part of you and you're lifting the weight, it feels so much better. It's easier to lift. You don't have to think about gripping the bar. You don't have to think about anything else other than just being one up with the bar and lifting up from the ground up. It's very, very easy to do it that way. So I think the chalk is here now. Let's get chalked up. Let's get the belt on and let's just go for 1 rep, nice and easy. And this is old school Pakistan chalk. This is like the whiteboard chalks that you get in school. I'm just showing these chalk. So yeah, just the not the best chalk, but I'm sure it'll do the job. I'm sure it'll do the job. Definitely sure about that. And I don't really use a lot of chalk anyway, so it's just it's a little bit warm outside. Hands get a little bit sweaty, palms get a bit sweaty, mom's spaghetti, and that's it. That's all you need. Just a little bit, not too much. This is going to be flapping around, but it is what it is. Let's go. So this is now hook. It should be for nice, easy single. So yeah, this bar is a little bit wider than I'm used to, so that's it. Nice and easy single. Body felt it. Deadlifts done. So when it comes to machines, out of all the machines in the gym, when training back, I think this is one of the best. Now, in most gyms, you'll see a hammer strength row, very similar to this, and all the other branded ones. And they're good enough. That's all you need to do. Very basic. I don't like the handle at the top. And one thing you definitely don't need to do is this bullshit. when you see people step away from it and you do this, and I've mentioned this in the past before, completely takes the motion off. And I get this idea where everyone wants to think that they're dragging their elbows into the pocket and all this bullshit. And you know what often happens? You don't build a back with that. There's many guys out there with zero back development, they use that technique. And if you look at some of the best backs in the world, Samir Benoit, I know many people don't even know about that guy. You know, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath. They never did that antsy-pantsy shit. They never did that standing away from. Show me when they did that. Kai Green, they never did that shit. What did they do? Standard basic. This machine is built like this. It's quite, if anything, it's quite a good machine compared to most machines that are built. So if anything, you don't need to change this one. This is one machine you definitely do not need to alter. I think it's very true weight to what's loaded on there. So whatever you have loaded on there generally is here. It's a single lever, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Yeah, you might find some that you can go really heavy on, but I feel the further back you are away from it and the higher the weight is, the more easier it's going to be. So don't just get hung up on, oh, I'm doing 80 kg rows and shit like that. I don't think you should count it like that, but as far as machines go, yeah, back machines are okay, this one especially. I don't like the upper to lower one, but this mid-range one is fine. The low to high, I'm not a big fan of it either. The hand placements on those are pretty much off, and I've trained at pretty much every machine in the world, in the best gyms in the world, so I know what I'm talking about. And if there was a machine that I wish I had at home, well, wish I had the space for, because I don't have the space, I would probably this one, for back anyway, just for back. But T-bar rows are good enough. I would say T-bar rows are better, but I've just found this machine today, and why not use it? Why not use a machine? So we'll load it up a little bit more. In fact, let me do one more set, because it's been a while since I've done machines. So yeah, it is pretty light, to be fair. So I will load this up. But again, I won't go crazy with the weight because it is still a new machine, even though it's a very basic motion. It's still a new machine. I've not used this one in a long time. So I'll be very mindful of what I'm doing. So if you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, you need to make sure you subscribe, because this isn't no bullshit training workouts where I'm stroking my ego, lifting weight, heavy weight to show you guys how good and strong I am. No, you're getting tips. Some of the best training tips throughout the workout. So this is not one of those. I know a lot of everyone's trying to do the Sam Sulek thing at the minute where they're just training and working out and showing how good they are. No, bro, I'm educating you guys over here. So if you like the education, comment down below and make sure you subscribe. This is all about me educating you guys, because people forgot and lost their ways. There's a lot of bullshit out there, and as we know, bullshit baffles brains. So here we go. So I've got one more set on this. That's a decent weight. I'm just going to do one more set on this weight, and then we'll finish off with some rope pullovers. Very basic. You guys should know by now. It's always pull downs or pull-ups. Couldn't do pull-ups today because I didn't really like the pull-up bar. Pull downs, deadlifts, rows, and then fluff for everything. That's it. You don't need nothing else. You don't need nothing else. You don't need to mess about with too much exercises. As long as you do the basic, you're hitting all the back. Those people that have this bullshit about upper back, middle back, outer back, inner back, upper lat, lower lat. You don't have a lat to begin with, bro. Simple as. I've never ever heard those terms ever. I never picked up a Flex magazine in the early 2000s, and in the Flex magazine it says Ronnie Coleman, upper back workout, Jay Cutler, lower back workout. I never saw that shit. Kevin Levrone, middle back workout. Never saw any of that shit, it was back. You train backs. You did what? One lat exercise, a pull down, any pull down, doesn't matter. Machine, cables, pull-ups, whatever, that was your lats. Done, dusted. No middle, upper, middle, lower, back, whatever. When you train back with rows, it wasn't middle, upper, lower, it was rows, that was it. You're building your back. Which part? Don't matter, bro, it's getting built. You're covering all bases by doing any row. Barbell row, dumbbell row, T-bar rows, done. Deadlifts, lower back, the whole posterior chain is getting built. That is how you do it. And then if you want to add in a bit of fluff at the end, doing those cable cuffs, workouts, and those rope pull downs, pullovers, whatever you want to call it, that's fine. If you want to do dumbbell pullovers, it's fine. But you've done the main three. Pull-ups, deadlifts, and rows. Stop this bullshit, middle, upper, lower, outer, back, lat. It doesn't work. Those guys don't have the back. Samir bin Out didn't build his back by doing upper, inner, outer. It's a back, bro. Do the basics. So this is the last exercise for back. As you know, I like to call the fluff work. So remember, another thing on these, you don't want to be taking much rest period. 30 seconds, 1 minute, more than enough. Straight back into it. This is not going to build you the back, but it's going to etch out the detail. When you're lean, you will see the benefit of this, not right now. So how much muscle does this build? Probably not a lot. In fact, it probably builds no muscle. The back's done, but it's good to just finish with like a flushing exercise, get as much blood in there as possible. And today, it's been a good workout because even though I'm injured, I managed to push through it. I've been on test for a while, but I restarted my TRT protocol yesterday. I feel good today, even though it's probably not kicked in yet, it's a placebo, but main thing is we're on the mend, we're on the right track anyway, that's the main thing here. Okay, so that's back done. We're now gonna obviously always finish off with some barbell curls. I'm sure I'll find some barbell somewhere. We'll do some barbell curls and some hammers.